What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Oscar Valdez versus Adam Lopez 2, and this was a 10 rounder in the super featherweight division. And this fight was Saturday, May 20th, from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this fight was broadcasted on ESPN pay per view. And in this fight, Oscar Valdez was able to get a unanimous decision victory over Adam Lopez. So their first fight obviously ended it in that controversial stoppage for Valdez when it was a really, really close fight and Valdez got dropped some years ago. But now in their rematch, Valdez won pretty clearly. I had it somewhat close on the scoring, but I thought it was a pretty clear win for Valdez. I had it 96-94. I definitely could have saw 97-93, maybe even 98-92. But the three judges were pretty much in agreement. One judge had 98-92. The other had a 98-91, which I don't know where he got a 10-8 round from or anything. And then the third judge, from what I heard correctly, I think he had a 98-93, which would mean that he did give some 10-10 rounds, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I mean, Oscar Valdez definitely won this fight. I don't really think it was that impressive. I mean, towards the end of the fight, the commentators were like, "Whoa, Oscar Valdez is back. He's surely ready for a title fight against Navarrete." I mean, I don't really think it was that amazing of a performance. I mean, Oscar Valdez is always a fighter that I kind of like to watch in the past few years, but I mean, I'm just no hate towards him, but I mean, I just didn't think it was the most outstanding performance, but just to break it down round by round and how I had it. The first round, I thought Valdez was a bit more active and better. Round two, Lopez landed some nice short combinations, but it was a pretty close round. Could have went either way. Round number three, they were exchanging some nice shots back and forth, but I thought Valdez was more effective. Round four, Adam Lopez started to defend better, started to move around the ring, show off with his defense, and landed some nice body shots towards the end. Round number five, Valdez had the bigger and sort of more effective shots. Then around 6 and 7, I gave them both to Lopez. Thought he had a bit of the better work, but they were pretty close rounds. Then in rounds 8 and 9, I gave them to Valdez. He started to pick up the pace better and dictate the pace of the fight a bit. And then in round number 10, this was a very, very big round for Valdez. There was a headbutt early on that almost looked like it broke the nose of Lopez. It might have actually did break the nose of Lopez. There was a headbutt that got him really, really hurt, got him to like turn around almost to his back facing Valdez, but then he had to run around the ring and try and recover, and Valdez was jumping on him, and he was visibly hurt in that round. He was getting caught with some big shots that were sort of backing him up, and maybe that's why one of the judges gave it a 10-8 round because he looked so badly hurt and almost like he was gonna get stopped, but. And then, since Lopez was hurt, one of his defensive tactics was to take Valdez down almost. And then there was also a slip later on. It was kind of a crazy round, but Valdez definitely won it and closed out very well. But like I said before, I personally didn't think it was the most impressive performance and best performance from Valdez. But comment down below what you thought of Valdez's performance and how you scored this fight. But nonetheless, this goes into question: what is next for Oscar Valdez? And there's one man and one man only I think he's going to fight next, and that's Emmanuel Navarrete. They were hyping it up in the commentary in this fight, and they're saying that he's going to fight Emmanuel Navarrete, and that's what I think is next. I think he's going to challenge for that WBO super featherweight world title against Emmanuel Navarrete, probably around later on in the summer, maybe early in like the fall, towards the end of the summer, maybe like in September, maybe August. October possibly, but that could be when Valdez fights Navarrete. But as for Adam Lopez, I mean, he's got a few losses in his career, but he's always putting on some very good performances. Always a very exciting fighter to watch. Recently, we obviously saw him against Dogbe. We saw him here against Valdez. We saw him in the first Valdez fight. We saw him against Louis Correa. In very, very exciting fights, and even more than that. I mean, he's just a very exciting fighter, and he always does fight in pretty tough fights. Never really fights any like tune-ups at all. But I think that for Adam Lopez, I think Top Rank's going to put him right back on a solid card against a decent level fighter. That could be someone who's had decent prospects, could be someone who's rising up, or it could be a veteran. Who knows? But I think Adam Lopez is going to be matched up pretty tough like he usually is in his next fight. So overall, Oscar Valdez defeats Adam Lopez by unanimous decision to get a very solid win that would set him up for a world title shot against Manuel Navarrete. And as I mentioned before, this was Valdez's second win over Lopez. First fight ended by stoppage, this one by decision. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.